My name is Ropafadzo. I grew up in a small town in Mashonaland West called Chinoi, currently residing in Harare. I am a social runner. I have been running for the past 6 or 7 years. I enjoy running so much because of the many benefits that are associated with running. What made me start running? Initially, it was because I wanted to lose weight. At that time, I thought I was fit. So I started running to lose weight. But as I ran more, I realized that there are so many benefits that are associated with running, especially mental health benefits. And that has been the number one reason why I run. I can't really say I have someone that inspired me. I think the time I started running, it was starting to become a trend whereby you would open social media and see people running. You'd get out there on the streets and just see people running. So there's no one person who inspired me to run, but just I took it up as, okay, this is something that people are doing. Let me start running. Let me just start training and see where it takes me. And yeah, I just took it up from there. So a typical training day for me would mean waking up at 4:30. So this is how my day goes. I wake up at 4:30 a.m. every day and I do my devotions for about 30 minutes. Then if it's in summer, by 5 a.m. it will be, yeah, there'll be light by 5 a.m. So I just go out for a run at 5 a.m., run for 30 to 45 minutes, come back and just go about my day. However, if it's in winter, that means the sun will only come out around 6 a.m. So that means I only get to run around 6 a.m. and then I come back. And then on other days, I try to do strength training. Because I've realized that as a runner, you don't just need to run beyond the in the road all the time, but also strength training. Incorporating strength training is great for injury prevention and also improving the pace. So there are some days, maybe twice or thrice a week, where I also do strength training. But because my main thing is running, I cannot do without running. So that means I have to do running first. Then during the day, I just look for about 30 to 45 minutes to do a bit of strength training. So that's typically my day of training. So I think I now have so much discipline when it comes to running, to the point that I sometimes think that it's an addiction. But if I don't run that morning or that day, my day will just be sluggish. I just dread my way throughout the day. So the biggest motivation for me and how I stay disciplined is I look at my day. If I want my day to go well, then that means I have to go out for a run. So on the days that I run, I realize that my day goes smoothly. And if I don't run for whatever reason, could be a rest day, could be I'm not feeling well, it could be I have other commitments, I struggle to go throughout the day. So I think the discipline, the biggest motivation for me that keeps me disciplined is how I feel after a run. It makes me feel so great, makes me look at life challenges in a different way. So that's the biggest motivation for running. My favorite parts for training are the easy runs. Those are the runs where you just go slowly at your own pace. They are definitely the easiest because I don't put much effort in them. And the difficult parts of running are the hills. I just cannot get over the hills. I think I've been doing hills for close to 2 years now, but I just struggle when I do hill runs. They are beneficial because they help with the pace. They help with a lot of things when it comes to running. But those are the most difficult parts of my training, having to do hill runs. I think the greatest challenge that I have faced in my running journey has been injuries. And last year, 2024, I had a series of 3 injuries. That meant that I could not run as much as I wanted to. I could not attain my yearly goals, my monthly goals, and I had to go on bed rest for some time. So that year really took a lot out of me. Imagine that you've been running for 4 or 5 years, and in 1 year you suffer 3 injuries, yet in the previous years you never used to have any injuries. So that really set me back, made me gain a lot of weight and just demotivated me. And although I'm way past the injury stage, I still feel 2024 was the most difficult part of my running journey because it really set me back. I lost motivation. I gained a lot of weight. I just couldn't. I just felt like I lost myself because I could not do what I wanted to do in terms of running. So that has been the biggest challenge so far in my running journey. I would say that the only time I thought of giving up was last year when I had the injuries in 2024. I remember there's a time when I went out for a run. I had been on bed rest for about 3 weeks. And then I thought, oh, I'm feeling better. So I went out for a run. Then as soon as I stepped outside, my leg, the pain was just severe. So I had to come back home. I remember I just went into the bedroom, got into bed and started crying because I thought, well, this is the end of the running journey. I cannot run anymore. And as much as I got people talking to me and going through the treatments and everything, I felt, with injuries, when you start getting treatment, it feels as if there's nothing that's changing. The injury, the pain is still there. I think for the first 2-3 sessions, or even up to 4 sessions, you don't feel any changes. So that's when I thought of giving up, say, what am I doing? There are no changes and everything. So when I got over the first injury, I was like, okay, now I can continue with running. Then comes the second, then comes the third injury. So I almost gave up running because I thought there's no point if I keep getting injuries, then there's no point in keeping on running. Maybe my body is trying to tell me to stop, slow down, and just give up running altogether. But when I started getting better, and also talking to people who've gone through the same injuries and also physiotherapists, and then getting back on the road, feeling better and eventually running pain-free, this is what got me back on the road, got me back to start running again. So mentally preparing for a race for me starts the night before. So I have to start telling my mind that tomorrow I'm going for a run. Am I doing 5Ks? Am I doing 10Ks? Am I doing a long distance? So I start preparing myself mentally the night before. I start planning my route the night before as well. And sometimes I actually have to lay out an outfit for the next day. Then in the morning, I try to ground myself and remind myself that sometimes it's not about pace. Sometimes it's not about the time that I'll take to complete this run, but it's about being out there, discovering what my body can do, just being out in the air and just enjoying the views, the peace that comes with running. So this helps me really prepare mentally. I find out that if I mentally prepare the night before or the morning before my runs become easier because that's all I can think about. My body, my mind is totally made up to say I'm going out for this run. And this is what I want to achieve. This is the pace that I want to achieve. These are the views that I'm going to be seeing on the way. This is what I'm going to do along the way. So mentally preparing for me actually draws back to preparing the night before the run. My biggest achievement so far has been creating a safe space for women. So I have a women's only running community called She Strides, where women encourage each other to move in terms of running, in terms of exercises. And although it is still in its early stages, I really am proud of myself for creating this group and bringing women together. It is a safe space for women, really. We get to talk, we get to meet up once a month, we get to enjoy coffee, talk, run. Then during the week or on different days, we get to share our runs, share our struggles with running. So this is all still coming together, but I am really proud of this achievement and this thing that I created. Then personally, in terms of my running journey, the biggest achievement I've done so far is running 32 kilometers without training. I had just come out of injuries and I had already registered to run 32 kilometers. So I went there. We went to Shamva, then came back to Harare running. It was more of, okay, I want to see what my body can do without the training. And I just want to enjoy the run without thinking of how I am feeling or if I'm going to get any pain or how long I'm going to take. The goal is to just finish the run. So it was actually a big achievement for me because I got to do that without proper training and coming out of injuries. Currently, I'm working towards completing a full marathon. I don't know when that will be. I think next year. So that is one of my goals, to complete a full marathon, because I've done 21, I've done 32. I think the next goal is to run a full marathon. So I'm planning to start training for that as soon as I can. Currently, I also want to just complete the running calendar for the year, and to look forward to this the 32-kilometer run. Then there is another run that we do in Glenlond, which has so many hills. So that means I have to also start training for that. I'm also looking at growing the She Strides community, and just to be strong and keep on running. Personally, running to me means a free space or a therapeutic space where I get to enjoy time alone. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a sister, I'm a friend, I'm a work colleague, I'm everything. But when I'm on the road, when I'm running, I am just myself with my thoughts. So personally, it really is a therapeutic space where I just get to enjoy movement alone without any distractions, without thinking of so many things. For me, it's a safe space. It's a space where I get to think about what I want to do, where I want to go, how I want to grow my community, how I even want to grow whatever I am growing that time, or my goals for the future. So personally, it is really that free space for me, that therapeutic space for me. I have the biggest support from my family, and that includes my husband, my parents, my sisters. Everyone just supports me because they all contribute to that support in different ways. For instance, on days when I have to go for training, I know that there's always someone to take care of the kids. When I have to go for runs, if I have to travel for a run, like the last time I went to Vic Falls, I always know that there are people that are taking care of the kids and making sure that everything is moving well, even when I'm not there. They encourage me. They tell me to keep going, no matter how hard it gets. So my family has just been my biggest supporter. I also have friends. Oh yeah, I have friends who have been really supportive in this journey. So even throughout the injuries, they would support, they would encourage me, they would help me. And then my running community, the She Strides ladies, Shem, those ladies encourage me a lot when I run. Because we post in the groups when we run, we post the progress and everything. They have always been a source of encouragement. And even when we do our meetups, the conversations there, you can actually see and pinpoint that this is a real big source of encouragement. So I do have a whole lot of people that support me in this running journey, and I am so very grateful for that. Balancing training, family, work, it has not been easy, but the one thing that I'm grateful for is that I'm a morning person. So this has really been of great help in balancing, because I start my day so early. I try to put in my trainings and my running so early in the morning, such that when everyone else is up and going about their day, I would have at least taken something out of the way. So this gives me a lot of time to focus on work and also focus on family. But it has really not been easy, but we try, we juggle, and we just keep going. The hardest thing to do is to start. And it takes days to build the habit. But I'll tell you this, once you start, you won't be able to stop. So start. If it means you're going to walk for 500 meters or jog for 1 kilometer every day, just start. When you start and build a habit, it becomes easier to maintain. And when you start, don't feel pressured to run. You can start with walks, you can start with power walks until you're comfortable to run. And the other advice I would give is don't look at your pace. There's this trend of saying, okay, if you're a runner, let's see how fast you run, or if you take how long you take on the road. Don't look at your pace. Once you start running, just start. Even if you're going to take 30 minutes per kilometer, the greatest thing is to start. The pace will work out itself on its own. It will just work out. Things will just balance in the end. But the greatest thing is to start and to keep going. Things will just work out on their own. We keep welcoming new people, new members to the community and to the group. It's free. It's open to women only, women and girls. So one can join from wherever they are, because we only meet up once every month. But during the week, we encourage each other to run by posting what the mileage that you'd have done in that day, by encouraging each other on what to eat, how to run, how to start, and things like that. So it's open to virtually every woman and every girl, whether one is a beginner, one is an intermediate runner, or one is an elite runner. We just welcome all levels, because we believe that we also get to learn from each person. And if one wants to join, they can just send me a WhatsApp message on 0772 938 902, or even DM me on any of my social media pages. Then we can just add you to the group and you can start your running journey. So running is one of the many ways in which one can take care of their mental health. Running is a form of self-care, whereby one just decides that I want to go out there, exercise, hit the road, and get those endorphins up and running. There have been many studies that have proven that running, or even going out for a walk, or any form of movement or exercise, is beneficial for one's mental health. So one thing that I actually encourage people to do for their mental health is to take care of themselves through running, through exercising, through movement. It doesn't have to be 10 Ks per day, 10 kilometers per day. Even if you do 1 or 2 kilometers every day, you will see a really big difference in terms of how you think, how your mind gets clarified in so many things, and how you are even able to tackle life's challenges. So I would actually encourage people to run for their mental health. Yes, there are so many benefits as well, such as losing weight and things like that. But in terms of mental health, I would really encourage people to go out there, run, walk, move your body, go for exercises, go for gym, anything, as long as you get to take care of your mental health.